Carola had never worked in service before. This was her first real job, and she was determined to do well. She was only 16, strong, stocky, with warm brown hair and a clear white throat. That morning she'd arrived at the big, aging house where Mrs. Higginson, the housekeeper, greeted her and quickly set her to work. The air in the old house was heavy, thick with age, filled with the ticking of china clocks and the smell of dust. Her job was simple, but her heart raced. Her main duty taking meals to the bedroom of Miss Amanda, the mysterious old woman upstairs who had not walked in over 40 years. As Carola carefully carried the breakfast tray up the creaking staircase, Mrs. Higginson called out behind her, "Careful! The cream pitcher's too full." She wasn't wrong. Some had already spilled on the cloth, but Carola didn't stop to wipe it up. She was nervous. Her elbows jutted out to balance the tray, and her shadow followed her up the stairs, as hesitant as she was. Just outside Miss Amanda's door, Carola paused. Her hands were trembling. She adjusted her apron, smoothed her hair, and gently knocked. But a sharp voice from inside cut her off. "Come in, I hear you out there." Carola entered awkwardly, set the tray down on the night table, and turned toward the figure in bed. Miss Amanda, immense, immobile, grotesque. Her bloated body barely fit beneath the spread of quilts. Her face was pale and sagging like unbaked dough, with strange, tiny eyes buried deep in folds of flesh. "You must be the new girl," she said. "Yes, ma'am, Carola," the girl answered. You're very young, aren't you?" Carola nodded. 16, ma'am. "Not pretty," the old woman said, "but young. When I was your age, I was a beauty. Slim, black hair, skin like flowers." Carola stood frozen. The room felt heavy with something she couldn't name. Her eyes locked onto a yellow patch on one of the quilts, as if it would anchor her. "Have you a young man, Carola?" The question was too personal, too sudden. "Yes, ma'am," she answered quietly. "What's his name?" "Donald." Miss Amanda smiled, a thin, slick grin. "Tell me about him. Is he strong? Very strong? Tell me how he makes love to you." Carola jerked her arm back. The old woman had been stroking it, slow, boneless touches with her little finger held oddly outstretched. Disgusted, Carola muttered, "I'm sorry, ma'am," and escaped from the room. Carola rushed downstairs, her face flushed, her hands tingling as if something vile still clung to her skin. She ran water over them at the sink, scrubbing furiously. "Now what's eating you?" Higginson asked, glancing up from her chair. "Nothing," Carola muttered. "Let me guess," the woman said knowingly. "Set to with Miss Amanda, She's not easy. You've got to watch your step with her. A queer one she is. The girls who came before you, some of them weren't right in the head when they left." Carola turned, listening despite herself. "One girl about your age," Higginson continued, "started acting strange, mimicked Miss Amanda, crooked her little finger, talked like her, stared at folks the same way. A month later, she hanged herself, out in the orchard, no note, no reason, stood right on that kitchen chair to do it." She slapped the back of the chair for emphasis. Carola said nothing. She was crying silently, but not for that poor girl. Something worse was crawling into her mind now. An ache in her skull, pressure behind her eyes. It had started in Amanda's room and it was getting worse. By noon, she could barely focus. She broke a dish, forgot how to use the stove. Her hands trembled like leaves. Supper time came. Donald would arrive at 8 to take her home. She could make it until then.